have to start looking at yourself and every skill that you got as an asset. Meaning you can't just be throwing pussy out after a while. You can't just be laying up in a nigga face. You just can't be playing up with a nigga. You can't just be out here doing dumb shit if the people around you don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? One day you got to look at the people beside you and be like, shit, I'm making sure they straight. Shit, I'm making sure they pleased and they doing this and they got this. You got to realize, okay, the shit that I'm making sure is straight for them is assets in their life. It may not be looked at as an asset because you fuck with them and you do so much for this person, but you got to understand one day it's like people turn anything into a business. They turn conversation from a friend into a business. They'll call you a counselor. They call frats a business, but you only buying friends. It's like the older you get, everybody trick what should be normal and nice shit into a business. This is why you got to trick them too. So I know y'all may have friends and niggas that's talking to y'all and niggas that's just in your phone. Something I used to do is always just be in the phone texting people and it had no meaning. Like what the fuck am I keep texting all these people for? It ain't got no meaning. I talk to them, we start talking. Now I'm just one of these niggas that talk to all these girls. That's dumb. My nigga, you just too accessible at that point. You got to slow it down and talk to the right people that fuck with you, that's doing something with theyself, that you can see something in them, and you doing something with yourself, and y'all believe in each other. Because one day you got to understand that you got to conduct yourself as a business. No different than when you go to Walmart, you got some off-brand shit, and you got some stuff that's the good brand. Even if you're going to be the off-brand, you need to realize that they making money. Even if you're going to try to be bougie and be the good brand, you need to realize they making money. So when you out here just being friends with niggas, laughing with these females, laughing back and forth with these people, I want you to think to yourself, what the fuck am I getting out of any of this? Can I fuck with these people if something really happened? Or am I just giving out free body, free ass? Am I giving out free conversation? Am I giving out just free meat? If I'm giving out too much energy to the people that say they fucking with me, but they not fucking with me how I think they fucking with me, I gotta switch it up. After a certain age, you got to treat yourself like a brand. And when I say a brand, you got to treat yourself like Colgate. You got to treat yourself like every brand that you see at Walmart, Bleach, Clorox. All of this shit is paying a family. And because it's paying a family, people are creating generational wealth off of these brands. And the only reason they creating this generational wealth off of these brands is because they don't have the same type of mindset as a lot of humans of let me just get in a relationship, let me find love, let me fuck off my whole life and be controlled by somebody, and when I finally want to do something of my own, I'll be too damn old and all of my decisions will be all thrown out the window and I can't really do nothing for myself because I've been listening and doing everything that everybody else wanted me to do other than doing my own shit. One day you gotta stop. Sometimes a nigga like me will put myself on pussy punishment and I start putting myself on going out punishment. And I say, nigga, you got to focus. You straight, but boy, you been playing too goddamn long. You fucking with people that don't got no meaning for your life. You losing yourself out here. You doing too much. You're going out too much. You're spending too much, and ain't nobody around you fucking with you. You really just living in an imaginary world, my nigga, because you living too fast. So sometimes I gotta slow myself down and say, boy, you gotta stop moving so goddamn much. You got to stop doing so goddamn much because sometimes when you getting exactly what you want, that's when you get hurt the most. When you getting all the girls that you want, when everything going how you want it to go, when you getting a lot of money real fast, you ain't learning shit. And when you're not learning shit, you only getting older. And as you getting older, you got to realize if you ain't learning what you need to learn as you getting older, because everything just works for you and it's just working too damn good, one day you're going to wake up and you ain't going to understand the play. I always been the type of nigga that I had to think for the future. Like, all right, fuck now. I'm gonna have to have a crib in the future, buy myself a house, buy myself some land, buy myself some property. I want to create generational wealth. I need to find a woman that's on the same types of time. I can't be fucking with no girl that all we do is argue about cheating and back and forth, this, that, the third. I used to do that when I was younger, but I realized me dealing with the girl that I was dealing with, it's not even she was a bad girl. It was just too young for me to even grow. And where I come from the bottom. So I can't be around people that try to keep a nigga at the bottom. Sometimes I got to elevate and understand, bruh, you don't have as much time as other people. You ain't had that much help. You got to let a lot more shit go than that a lot of people play around with. So I always looked at myself as, I'm going to let that bullshit go. I am going to tune that bullshit out. None of that shit matters to me. Boy, when people go out there and party and do all that shit, I'm going to skip that whole play. I need to go make sure I'm straight here. Because they going to play around right there, and they going to play around right there. And I need to make sure I'm straight for the future, because if something happens to me and I lose every fucking thing, I need to understand that the motherfucker that say they love me and the motherfucker that say they fucking with me ain't going to be there. It ain't going to be the same, and it ain't going to be all working the same. I always got to prepare myself for the fall off, and I hate that I do that because I live wrong sometimes. But I want y'all to understand, fuck listening to the people that y'all think got y'all back. Prepare yourself for the fucking fall off. Prepare yourself for the shake back. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's a good day for you and then everything going as great as you think it's supposed to go. You know how your life operates. You know the type of person that you are, and you in your body 24/7. So because you know these steps, you know it's gonna be good days and it's gonna be bad days. I never really celebrate the good days like that. I just live in them. But I always gotta prepare. So when the bad days come, I'm prepared for the bad days, and I can smile on the bad days just as much as I can smile on the good days. A nigga like me, he got to think about the whole board. You got to look at your life as a chessboard, and everything matters on that board. From the people that you talk to that you don't think that you need to talk to, from the people that you talk to at work, from the people that you fucking with, from the people that you let inside your body, from the people that you kiss, from the people that you go have a conversation with at the store every day, from the people you buy your coffee from. Everybody matters on this board, and how you treat everybody on this fucking board deters how you treat and elevate in life. You need to treat the people that's doing things for you just as good as you treat the people that you need something from. Because the people that's doing stuff for you, they only doing it out the kindness of their heart. And these people are like guardian angels. It's like, I always thought to myself and say, God, that nigga sends you people that you need. He don't send you shit that everybody needs. He sends you what you need. He sends you the type of people that you need in your life. I've learned from some of the bummest niggas ever sometimes. I've learned from some of the youngest niggas ever sometimes. And the reason why I learned is because they was being their authentic self. You can always learn from somebody that's being their authentic self, because we all living the same type of life. It's just some people a little bit smarter. Some people, they can be like, that's some hoe ass shit. I wouldn't do that hoe ass shit. But they can find out a day and they can start feeling a time where they could see themselves doing a whole play, or they could see themselves doing some dumb shit. So sometimes we can't really judge people because other people is really just like us. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of people don't understand is everybody is the same. Sometimes I be looking at niggas and say, boy, that's a bum ass nigga. But I know I had bum in me at one point in my life. And I know I could see myself doing some bum shit like that. But luckily I'm a little stronger in the mind to where I know I shouldn't even make that play because that's too dumb. Sometimes I used to do that whole pull-up thing. I'm finna pull up on this bitch. She ain't finna leave me. She not finna let me go. She not finna let me go that easy. I started realizing you hurting yourself in the long run. If somebody telling you that they don't want you, the only thing that you could really genuinely do is look in the mirror and say, boy, I done hurt myself and I done broke myself, but shit, I'm finna learn something about me. Every time something bad happens, I want you to stop and say, what the fuck is it to learn from this? I remember when I used to get in wrecks and I used to just spaz and think the worst, like, what the fuck? My car's just fucked up. I ain't got no help. What the fuck am I gonna do? And these moments back in the past was when I realized, nigga, ain't nothing you can do. All you really can do is smile. The only way that you can change how this shit deters you and dictates how your feelings react is to change how you respond to the play. When I understood that type of power, it was just a little power. I don't even understand how I understood the power, but it was a little power, and it's like, damn, nigga, you can't do nothing. You can't, bro, you fucked up. They done cheated on you. They done played you. They done did the worst thing that they can do to you. You gonna get them back? Nah, that ain't gonna help you. That ain't gonna make you feel no better about yourself. You can't get back. You gotta let this hurt do what it need to do. You gotta soak in this shit. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is soak in pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit done hurt me. Should I get him back? Should I go do this? Nah, when I get to points like that, let me tell you what I do. I look in the mirror and say, nigga, you gotta let this hurt you. So God must be trying to teach you something because you ain't learned everything you need to learn. If you did, you would understand what you need to do right here. But you don't have to get back. I hate sometimes when people used to play me, I used to think, well, if I go fuck off or go do this, I'm gonna make them feel something. And as soon as I went to go do it, I would look at them and be like, damn, I feel like a dumbass nigga. I'm giving myself out. Wow, I'm really a retarded boy. I'm really a retarded ass boy. I let other people dictate how I give my body out, how I react to shit, how I run my board. And because I let other people dictate how I ran my board, nigga couldn't run his board. Nigga couldn't focus straight. Nigga couldn't even think straight. I can't capture and beat the day and think like a brand and think positivity if I'm losing day to day. Sometimes you just gotta wake up and try to beat yourself. Sometimes it ain't about the motherfuckers beside you. It ain't about the nonsense that you hearing in your head. It ain't about everything that's around you because everything that's around you is fucking you up. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to slow down. Understand, guess what? I may not be all that to somebody, but I gotta be all that to me. Because I'm in this body 24/7. And guess what? If nobody fuck with me, if nobody celebrate me, if everybody forget about me, if everybody treat me like bullshit, it's my life. And I believe this. And because I believe it, it's okay for people to treat me like nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's some women that if I see them, I say, God damn, let me straighten up. You feel me? I say, shit, let me straighten up. Let me straighten up with this woman. She come good. She come great. But it's some women I could see and I could say, boy, this girl easy. All I gotta do is lie to her a little bit. She gonna give me what I want. All I gotta do is tell her I like her a little because she don't like herself. All I gotta do is tell her she pretty. She don't really think she that pretty. Sometimes I feel like she'll probably want me more than her. So she just gonna give in. And if I can understand this as a grown-ass man, trust me, there's a lot of other niggas that can understand this same play. A lot of y'all get played because of how you present yourself without talking. That's why sometimes you got to work on the presentation and you got to understand yourself. Because if you broken and you think, oh, ain't nobody gonna see it. It's smart people out there like me. And it's like, when a nigga been broke so much, because he's been broke, he can see the brokenness in other people. And because he can see it, he could use it and say, I'm going to help this person, or he could use it and manipulate the person. It's two things that somebody can do. So that's why you got to be careful with just giving yourself out just to good people, or even people that sound good like me, because they could use it and help you, or they could use it and manipulate you and hurt you. I met all types of people. That's why you got to be 100% with inside yourself. Because if you 100% with inside yourself, you're going to know right from wrong. But it's hard to know right from wrong when you in the equation. You feel what I'm saying? When you getting cheated, look, when I was getting cheated on, I used to tell the people around, you don't know what we going through though. It's not like that. Like you may think she doesn't fuck with me or I don't do this with her, but it's deeper than what you think. You just don't know. You don't. But you butting in it like you know. And I would sit there and argue with these people, right? But then when I got out the equation and I got out the situation and I looked at what I was actually putting up with, damn, my nigga, this is what you would put up with just to have somebody? This is what you put up with because you in love. You think this is love. You have gotten so depressed inside yourself. You need this. You need this relationship to work. And at one point, I started needing things to work. Not I wanted this shit to work. I needed it to work. I couldn't tackle the day unless it worked. I couldn't go to school and go to work unless it worked. I couldn't be Mike unless it worked. You feel what I'm saying? That's when I started realizing, that ain't even love. That's a man that don't love himself that's trying to trick people into liking what he don't like. You know how sometimes I had to look in the mirror. The only way that I started beating a lot of things about myself is looking in the mirror and saying, you not that nigga. I know you may think that everybody just look at you so different, but you not. You ain't even do nothing to be different. You ain't even accomplished much to say that you went through the pain and went through the sorrow. You had a hard life and you was put here in a hard life, but what did you do to show people that, hey, I'm gonna change this life? You just been accepting it, my nigga. That's it. Sometimes you have to look at yourself and be brutally honest to yourself, because that's the only way you know, get ahead in this world. Sometimes I used to look in the mirror and say, well, you a hoe ass nigga. You shouldn't be judging no goddamn body. Everybody can have you, nigga. You easy. You gotta stop that. Because if we can't come to ourselves and correct us, we can't correct nobody else. We can't look at the play and understand the play. We can't look at the board and understand the board, because we get played regularly. You know how much of a hypocrite you're going to be if you getting played and you telling people how not to get played because you don't understand it. And you're not brave enough to say, you know what, I go through hurt too. If you can't tell people what you really went through, you'll never be able to help them out. If you can't express your pain makes you who you are. You feel what I'm saying? The things that you go through makes you who you are. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I gotta talk down on myself because too many people try to talk good to me. Sometimes I be posting videos and I be posting good things and I be like, damn, boy, they really fucking with me. I feel good. But I know I live wrong. I know I do wrong. Sometimes the shit that I'm saying I need to listen to. Sometimes I be speaking to myself, because if I don't speak to myself, I don't really got nobody that will really build me up and motivate me. So sometimes the type of motivation I gotta give is through talking to y'all, talking to me, and it's like, it's gonna help. Anything that you got in your head that you think is gonna help, it's gonna help. It's like a notebook, it's like a diary. You have to be able to express yourself. You gotta be able to understand that you're 100% confident in yourself. I don't care if you weigh too many pounds that you think you weigh. There's somebody out there that like every pound of you. I don't care if you just got through a divorce after 20 years. Your life ain't over. Your life is over when you say it's over. I don't even care if you just had a whole bunch of kids and you just had kids by different niggas. It's going to be a lot of people that try to tell you that you messed up and your life is over. How can somebody tell you that you messed up? How can somebody say you messed up on your life? How can somebody say you grew too many pounds? How can somebody say you done got ugly? How can somebody say anything about you unless you let them say that shit? Unless you actually believe them when they say it. I used to think that, man, people used to talk down on me so bad because I came from bad. I came from terrible. You know what I'm saying? People used to talk down on me so bad, I believed it. I was so depressed inside. That's probably why I talk about a lot of sad things, because I come from a sad past. But it's like, I'm really confident in the nigga that I am. You feel what I'm saying? It is not because I'm more that nigga. It's just, I really can't pay too much attention to the people that ain't fucking with me. Because the more attention I get them, it's like, you really ain't fucking with yourself. When I start believing in myself and understanding that ain't nobody is better than me. Sometimes I be getting so sad because they could be needing somebody to talk to sometimes, but sometimes I just need to release and come back and be better than I was when I came. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm finna go smoke this gas though, y'all. Boosie, I was just speaking a sermon to my people. I really was, Boosie. I hope you caught that. But nigga finna go definitely smoke some gas and come back live in a minute. For sure. So y'all follow me on Instagram, FreeLifeMike3. I fuck with y'all, and I hope y'all fuck with y'all. Say that.